Today we're stepping out of the wardrobe and into the bedroom game because fellas, we need to talk. Too many guys out there are making sex mistakes that are killing the vibe, killing your confidence, and worst of all, leaving her unsatisfied. But don't worry, I've got you covered. On today's video, we're gonna break down 11 of the worst sex mistakes men make with women so you can avoid them, fix them, and step up your whole game. Now, if you're new here, welcome, Jeff, your Style O.G. On this channel, we discuss various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. If any of all those topics interest you, I invite you to subscribe, tap that notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Martinez, salute. Now we're going to kick off our list of 11 of the worst sex mistakes men make with women as one of the most common mistakes men make without realizing it, making it all about your performance. You see, when you're too focused on lasting forever, showing off tricks, or coming off as some superhero in bed, you are taking yourself out of the moment and she can't feel that. Women want a connection, not a performance. She wants to know that you're feeling her, not trying to add to your highlight reel. Great sex isn't about perfection. It's about chemistry, connection, and flow. So if you want to be better in the bedroom, stop trying to put on a performance and start paying attention to her experience. Now, next up, we're going to get into perhaps the most common mistake the fellas make in the bedroom. It happens all the time. What mistake is that? Skipping foreplay. Now, fellas, let me keep it real. For most women, foreplay isn't optional. It's essential. Jumping straight into the main event without taking the time to build her up, that's how you ruin the experience. That's how you wound up not only with a short experience, but with a disappointed partner. One of the things you have to realize that men and women's bodies are different. For a woman to become aroused, it takes a lot longer. That's why foreplay is so important for the ladies. It allows her mind and body to get into sync. It helps build up the anticipation and sets the stage for a real connection. And foreplay isn't just about touch. It's about energy, attention, and engagement. So slow down, set the tone, and treat foreplay like the foundation it is. Now, next up on the list of 11 of the worst sex mistakes us guys make, we're gonna get into a subtle but serious problem. That's having a lack of rhythm or flow. I need you to understand this. Sex isn't a race. It isn't about throwing out some random moves. Great sex is kind of like music. It has a beat. It has a rhythm, it has a groove, and a natural progression. If you're stepping on her feet or she's stepping on yours, it's not working. If you're too fast, too slow, or all over the place with your rhythm, it's just gonna kill her vibe. You have to be in tune with her, feel her presence, and move with intention. You see, when the flow is right, the connection is right, and that's when the real music happens. So just like if you want to get better as a dancer, when it comes to making love, you have to concentrate on your rhythm and your flow. Now, next up, I have another common but deadly mistake guys are making over and over. It's thinking when it comes to the bedroom, every woman is the same. Huge mistake. Let me be very clear with you. What worked with your last partner might not work with this one. Every woman is unique. It's a different body, she might require a different pace, and she might have different desires. Sex is not a one-size-fits-all operation. If you go in there with a copy and paste game plan, you're setting yourself up to disappoint her and yourself. The key? Pay attention, communicate, and adapt. That's how you make her feel seen and valued. If you want to be better in bed, you have to stop treating each woman like a routine. You need to treat them like the individuals they are. You can't do the one-size-fits-all, and that's grown man game. Now, next up, once again, we have another all too common male mistake when it comes to having sex. It's ignoring certain body parts. This is another one that's easy for us to make. A lot of guys, and it happens, we only pay attention to the obvious parts. But if you are, you're missing out on so many ways to turn her on and build a deeper connection. Women are sensual from head to toe. The neck, the back, the shoulders, the inner thighs, behind the knee, even her hands, they all matter. So stop going straight to the same place every time. When you explore her body with curiosity and intention, it shows you're present in the experience and you care about her pleasure, not just the end goal. So slow down, pay attention, and give love to the entire canvas. That's how you step up your love-making game. And that flows very nicely into our next common sex mistake. This one a lot of guys make, especially when they have a lack of experience. is going into it ignoring her pleasure. If you're only focused on your satisfaction, you're missing the whole point. You have to realize great intimacy is a two-way street. If you're only focused on yourself and your pleasure, that's a huge mistake. What you need to do, tune in and pay attention. You want to make sure she's enjoying herself just as much as you are. That's how you really stand out. A woman will remember much more how you made her feel than what you actually did. Pay attention to her reactions, what she really likes, and put some effort into her experience. If you do that, you become the kind of man she wants to come back to every time. Now, next up, we have a mistake that's often made by my guys out there that are too cool for school, that quiet as kept, aren't as sure of themselves as they try to project. That mistake, faking confidence with ego. What I need you to know is that real confidence is quiet, controlled, and connected. When you come in bragging, talking about all your skills, and acting like you're God's gift, that's usually not confidence. It's really insecurity. And trust me, women can tell the difference. Real confidence comes from being comfortable in your own skin, not pretending like you're perfect, not coming into the situation like you're trying to prove something. So what I want you to do is drop the act, lose the ego, and be present with her in the moment. And that's when your real power will show up, because confidence is felt, not forced. And that true confidence is what will make you unforgettable. Now we need to go to the opposite end of the spectrum of what we just talked about. You want a way to quietly kill the mood? That's not being confident in the moment. This is a common mistake a lot of guys make, and it's not one to be ashamed of. It's natural to get nervous and maybe not be so sure of yourself. But when you're second guessing yourself, moving timid and stuck in your head, she can feel it. And it makes it hard for her to open up, relax, and fully enjoy the experience. You see, being good in bed isn't about being perfect. It's about being focused, present, and sure of yourself, even if you're still learning. So own the moment, breathe, lock in with her. When you show up like a man who belongs there, everything flows better. The chemistry, the connection, all of it. Now, next up, we're going to get into a mistake that's all about nuance, or better yet, the lack thereof. That's when you become too rough too soon. If you want to shut down the whole experience before it really gets going, be too rough too soon. I get it. You're excited, your energy is high, but if you come in too hot with too much aggression, especially before you build comfort and connection with this lady, huge problem. You're moving way too fast. You see, most women need to be more comfortable, in tune, and to feel safe before things get more intense. Keep that in mind. Jumping the gun makes you seem selfish, not sensual. So what you want to do, pay attention, look at her reaction, read her body and feel her pace. That's when you can move and progress organically. Start slow and stay smooth. The rest will take care of itself. Now I'm about to put you on to some advanced game. This is a huge problem you might not even realize you're making. A lot of guys mess up by ignoring aftercare. If you get this right, this is something that helps separate the boys from the men. A lot of times, guys, I need to ask you, what do you do after the act? Do you roll over, grab your phone, or act like you're clocking out from your job? This sends the wrong message. It makes her seem like she's a moment, not a person. What I need you to understand, what you do afterwards matters just as much as what you did during. So when you're done, take a minute to cuddle, hold her, kiss her. This shows you have emotional intelligence, maturity, and respect for her. Aftercare builds trust and deepens the bond. It's not soft, it's solid. Handle that aftercare, and she'll remember you for all the right reasons. Now, next up on the list of 11 of the worst sex mistakes us guys make with the women is probably the most important. This is a silent killer that will definitely mess up your game. You're making a huge mistake if you don't communicate. If you want to talk about an easy way to kill the chemistry, don't communicate. A guy who's better in bed, he talks, he asks questions. And I'm talking about before, during, and after the act. You have to be curious, because if you're not, you're actually just playing a guessing game, and that can ruin the whole thing. Women want a partner who tunes in, listens, and checks in, and actually cares about her whole experience. So what do you need to do? Ask her what she likes. Ask her what she doesn't like. And don't be afraid to guide her to the things you like as well. The back and forth, that's grown man game. When you open your mouth, you open the door to a deeper connection. And with that deeper connection comes better sex, way better sex. Okay, so there you have it. 11 of the worst sex mistakes us men make with the ladies. Now do me a favor, let me know in the comment section any common mistakes you believe the Style O.G family might be making that's stopping them from being better in the bedroom. And if you enjoyed this video and found it informative, I highly recommend you check out a recent video I did about 10 of the things women don't care about as much as us men tend to think they do. You can check it out right here.